Okay, so welcome. Thank you for being here. And yeah, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Luigi. I'm from France, like you, my dear friend. And yeah, how to introduce myself? I've been into music, if we can speak about music. I've been into music like my whole life. I started with djembe, actually. You know, the African, the African instrument. And through that way, I went to DJing, then to piano, then to a little bit of guitar and ukulele. And I'm just trying, to masterize the harmony. And then just trying to duplicate it. Like my piano, I use it a lot on my DJ mix, DJ set, and things like that. So yeah, I think that's will represent me, like someone who wants to be like the one-man band.
Yeah. And so, in this question, I like to ask everybody, but what got you to start DJing? Or actually, no, you know what? Let's go back. Why did you start playing music? Why did you start becoming a musician?
Man, that was like 25 years ago, so I don't know. I think, my father actually, he went to Africa when I was like young. And I gave all my toys to, African children. And they created me a djembe.
Oh, wow.
So he brought back from Africa like a big djembe and say, okay, that's your instrument. And I didn't know how to play it. And I learned to play it like self-taught actually, and I've been self-taught on all the instruments I've been learning. And as the djembe is like kind of easy, you've just got the rhythm part. So I just figured out like alone.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, I like the rhythmic, I like this. And then I came to DJ. It was like 10 years after that. But yeah, the starting one was like just actually someone giving me an instrument, and that started everything.
Wow, nice. Okay. Actually, I want to share also. I kind of similar, but actually the story behind me personally is because it's nice to share, because what I like about you is when you came here, you said that you were a musician. And I'm like, oh wow, actually me too. Like I said, I'm also actually I started. I think I was 4 years old. I played keyboard. Yeah. So the reason why, honestly, yeah, well, it's nice, right? I mean, you play keyboard as well.
Yeah, but I wish I could have played, at 4 years old, because like my level would be so much better now, But yeah, so yeah, I got you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, and then at 10 years old, I start playing drums. So I understand, like drums and djembe is very.
Exactly.
Actually, I think it's a good skill between us two that we have this, because what do you think? It's quite big for DJs as well too. Like it's a good tool to understand.
It's like, I would say it's like the basics, because actually DJing is like math. You need to understand the rhythm, you need to understand the harmony, and there is so many DJs, like playing both music in like a really close key, so there will be a distortion of the sound. When you're a musician, you can hear that, and sometimes when you're not like into music, you will hear that too, but you won't know why. And as musicians, we know why, and so that means when we go to DJing, actually, we can make the difference about that, and just create good harmony just by the skills we've got. And like for the rhythm, we have like the beat sync would be already in our head, So it helps a lot, I would say.
Wow. It's nice. Okay, and so let's follow a little bit of the question. What is your favorite music genre?
My favorite music
genre? Afrobeat, Afro house. I mean, you did want to play Afrobeat, right?
Yeah. Basically, I really liked house music. I hated it. I hated like the 80s songs,
Oh, okay.
But now I became like a musician. I like any song which is really good composed. Like, really recently, I feel like I really like a Russian song pop.
Oh yeah.
Just because of the bass line. The bass line, I was like, wow. Yeah. And I just listened this song in loop. So maybe my genre for mixing would be Afro house, would be tech house too. I'm a piano Afrobeat. but I can have like a big range. You know, if you take my playlist, you will have like some classical music, we'll have some jazz music with Miles Davis, some there is like one Bill Evans, for example. But after that, you can have like really random music, like general commercial one, some niche music. It depends. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. Yeah, me. Actually, I used to listen to a lot of music, but when it comes to DJ, only house music.
Only house music.
So, yeah.
Why only house music?
Honestly, you know, because whenever I say this to one of my friend of mine, also musician, he's a guitar player, and for me maybe because I had a lot of years playing drums.
Yeah.
Like longer than keyboard. I started with keyboard, but I stopped playing seriously and having classes of keyboard quite early in my life.
Yeah.
But then I continued drums even until today.
Okay.
So I think, you know, like 4x4, counting 4x4, 8 measure, 16, 32, stuff like this, like you say, math. I think maybe this is why I just like something that is perfect beat, always 4x4. I think so. I think that's why.
Yeah, because ours is like really, I won't say monotone, but it's really structured.
But the drum is it's almost like a loop. Actually, honestly,
It is a loop.
it is a loop. Yeah,
It is
exactly.
Like, actually, when you're mixing house, that's why I started with house and I'm not doing house anymore. But it's kind of easy because you are just taking a good moment to loop your song you want to play.
Yeah.
Just blend it, not a lot, but just blend it a bit, and then you just need to find the other song, like the good moment to loop, and then you just like looping.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't start mixing Amapiano, Afrobeat, because there is so many voice, there is so many bass lines, there is so many harmonics too. So you can be surprised by your song, you know. You can do that, and you will really need to be careful because a voice is coming, a vocal is coming, so you need to blend it like really fast.
Yeah,
So
or like
challenging.
some new DJs. I had a lot of people asking me like, what is phrasing in DJing? And so basically like music, it's the music structure, and vocal. I think beginners don't understand this, but you know, like maybe we can share this to the new generation. That like you say, vocal cannot clash. Two song of two vocal cannot clash. Actually, you know, same for the bass, same for the kicks. Sometime can, but need to be careful.
Yeah.
Because some kick is in different key. It's very detailed actually. You know, some kick is tuned to a key, even if it's house music. So
Exactly. Yeah.
So
It depends where you will blend the two songs, but if you blend the two songs,
definitely,
there is like two music on the different key, and the key is like creating distortion. Yeah, you will hear it. You know, you will hear it at the end.
And next question. So actually, you know what? Let's go to this one. Do you have any funny stories or experience you've had related to music?
Related to music, funny experience I had. Could be DJing, could be piano, could be everything.
Yeah, anything.
Oh, man, I've got so many. You know, I think like the most incredible stories happened when I was playing piano in public space. You know,
Oh wow.
because you're playing and just people get interested about what you're playing. I won't lie, here it's not really the case because I don't know, I think maybe here people are less sensitive to jazz music. But for example, when I was to Korea, that was like so funny because I was in Seoul on the big tower of Seoul. I don't know the name of it, and at the high floors there is one piano, like one really grand piano, white one, so beautiful.
Yeah.
And when I went there, and it was really interesting because that's when I saw that Korean people are really attracted to jazz, because I just seated, I was on my phone and just did some blues, you know, but I just playing around just to warm up.
And they come and look at you, or
And when I just put my head like that, there was like 15 or 20 people like just in front of me, just waiting for me to play. I was like, wow, okay, so now some pressure. Okay, let's play really seriously. And that was like so funny because I discovered that compared to, it depends the country, I would say, like people will react differently to music.
yeah.
I find it funny because in some country that don't give a shit, but some country that will be really interesting and really intrigued, you know. And actually, for all the musicians, all the pianists I know, and they are watching the podcast, just guy play in public, you're gonna make like so many connections. That's really incredible. That's really incredible.
So wait, so when it comes to playing piano, you're into jazz music or?
No, I'm going to like my playlist on YouTube to every
Are
kind.
you? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I've got like blues on my right hand and I've got classical on my left hand, and I'm mixing those two.
Wow. Okay.
So
That's really interesting.
yeah.
Because me was what I can play was only what my teacher taught me back in like when I was young. So that's all I can play. But being able to, I think this skill is pretty good. I learned this from keyboard, but it's also same for as a drummer. You learn to. I think maybe Jambe, you also maybe have this kind of skill, like you are able to disconnect your left hand and your right hand and all your feet, or like there are stuff like this that musician can only understand. And I think it's hard. It might be hard for non-musician for us to, even if we explain what is the disconnecting left hand and right hand, what is this,
But the good way to explain it is like if you're pianist, you can do it like that.
Okay, yeah.
Like that, and just moving your finger like differently. And that is,
okay.
When I ask my friend to do that, like everyone is like, oh, what the fuck? Like it's like really difficult. But and you really need to disconnect. For pianist, I would say just two ends to be disconnected. But as a drummer, you need to have like
almost everything.
You need to work independently, and that's wow.
But I think I think we share the same skill. We only have we have to use two legs. But,
exactly.
But that's cool. Okay, and you know what? I think it's been a while. Wow, we did 12 minutes.
Sorry, I'm talking.
No, it's perfect. I love it. This is exactly. Well, thanks again for being here and for this cool talk. But the last question is, what would be your advice for the new generations that wants to get into music or DJing, or like even one tips or 2, 3, up to you.
Don't follow the rules. There is many rules that will bring you to play like everybody. Don't play like everybody, like I started piano improvising. So I learned through it is, and now I can play it, but I'm obliged to add some jazz in it and some blues in it because there is more freedom that the so just improvise, take pleasure in what you're doing. Like music mustn't be like something you're obligated to practice. That's the feeling like. That would be my advice, Just try to have this feeling, to get this feeling when you're practicing. Like you want to practice. You don't have to practice. You want to practice. If you just have that, that means you're on the good way because the practicing lesson will be like the practicing session will be so pleasing. So you want to do them once, two
Every
times.
time?
Exactly. That's how, for my example, I can play piano 2 hours a day. I don't feel that it is an exercise, just pleasure. Just pleasure.
Definitely, Because same for DJ, I guess. A lot of people, actually, one of the guy that came last week, he said something similar, but more towards DJing. Because he's not musician, but it's okay. But I think he kind of shared the same wisdom, I guess, saying that it goes something like to not pressure yourself into this world. You have to enjoy it first, because if you do something and you don't enjoy, then it's a chore. Like it feels heavy on you, and you just do for a couple of time and then you stop.
Exactly.
So
and we be romantic,
exactly.
Because as a DJ you need to entertain too. No, DJ is not like that, and
he said exactly the same thing. This guy, so he said also, DJ, we have a face. We have to almost like act, because we are the entertainer. Exactly. So we cannot imagine we have a bad face, bad mood, bad something bad going on in the day, and you show it to the public. Imagine you play in the nightclub or something like big and many customers and watching you, and you're in a bad mood like this, and you share this to, you make other people see that you're in a bad mood. Oh my God.
You won't transmit the good message. And
Yeah.
when you are DJ, you are lucky because you are the star of the night, you know. So you need to feel like a star. You need to shine like a star. Actually, you know, you need to shine and to make people appreciate your music, to make people appreciate your energy.
Yeah,
That will make them want to follow you. That will make them want to listen what you're doing, even if it is not good.
Yeah.
The energy sometimes is even better,
Actually,
you know.
yeah, it can, because for me personally, I had an experience like this actually. I was playing in this company. I was a resident DJ. Some day I have bad mood, bad dance floor.
Yeah.
Some day I have good mood, same playlist,
Yeah.
good dance floor. It's like
it's magic,
but, yeah. It's very true. This is actually very true. So
it's all about. That's why my name is Vibes, you know. It's all about the vibes.
Yeah,
It's all about
it's
the
true,
vibes.
but it's very true. Yeah. Well, I think that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, and
Thank you.
it was a pleasure.